Hope you enjoyed that part. In this Solomon Islands Game and Latest review of Sailor Moon Crystal, or episode 20. We get to we get to find out the truth. Oh, truth. For example, the person that's been helping his name is King Andinion. He is Tuxedo Mask's future self, and person in the Crystal Prison is Neo Queen Serenity, Sailor Moon's future self. And at Chibi, her name is Usagi Small Lady Serenity. She is Mamo and Usagi's daughter. Basically, she's the daughter of Sailor. She's the princess, yes, of Neo Tokyo, and the Silver Millennium, the first princess. Yes. Usagi and Mamo are surprised, saying that can't believe that they have a child, let alone this little girl being their daughter. I mean, they can't believe. I mean, they couldn't believe it at first, but hey, she does. They do have some resemblance. Yes. One of the things I also gotta note of their enemies' plans. For example, let me explain some of the details. For example, in the future, adulthood people who are adults, they don't age after they reach adulthood. For example, Prince King Andinion, he stopped aging after adulthood, and so did the rest of everybody else, because of the power of the legendary Silver Crystal and the Silver Millennium. They stopped aging after adulthood, and their lifespan could last 1,000 years. Yes, and after Usagi turned 22, she became Neo Queen Serenity, and ushered in a new era of peace and prosperity for the world. She shared her power with everyone, and the world became happy. And so basically, they ushered in an era of peace. That was until, out of nowhere, a planet called Planet Nemesis. This came out of nowhere. This planet was a dark, desolate, and evil wasteland, and they even once used it to send a person to exile on the island as a way of punishment for his sentence, like for some kind of egregious crime, which I have no idea what it is. And so basically, they isolated him on a planet because he was so dangerous he couldn't be around anyone else. Makes sense. Then there's the current situation that right now. Apparently, right after that situation, a new force came out of nowhere, and this force was called the Black Moon. They used this planet as part of their home base of operations, and not only that, these people were all very dangerous criminals, from murderers to violent offenders. So basically, they're talking the worst criminals that people seen for centuries in an era of peace. We're talking the worst of their society, and they all came together to cause chaos and disorder. And they're not just that. And these people, when they first made their move and arrived, and they laid out a fragment of themselves, like this dark husk, kind of like the Crystal Palace, but this crystal was completely dark. It's a fragment of the Nemesis, and it's like an extension of their will. This dark meteorite, this dark crystal, literally sapped the life force and energy of everything and everyone around it until there was literally nothing left. So basically, it took away the pure energy that people had in their world and fed on, and took advantage of this and made it their own. So basically, they ruined the world. That's very understanding, but their goal doesn't seem to be not just to rule the world. They want the legendary Silver Crystal, and they want to rule everything, and by ruling the world both in the future and in the past, which is one of the reasons why they time travel. Also, though Chibi, knowing that the future that she has, her world has become darkness. Remember the stories that her father told her about Sailor Moon? So she time traveled back along with the crystal so she could seek help. But there's a fundamental law that two people who are the same can't exist in the same place at the same time who have traveled throughout time. So basically, like paradoxes, when two people from two different timelines, who are the same, when they time travel, They could create a paradox. One paradox is that one time they still exist, and the whole timeline could be erased. The other, their timeline, when they touch, they could destroy the universe. It's very fun. It's one of the fundamental laws of time travel. Yeah. Also, we get to learn that Sailor Pluto is the daughter of Kronos, the Titan god of time and space, and her duty is, aside from being different from all the other Sailor Guardians, is to guard the forbidden door of time and space to make sure that no one can come in or out through the past or the present. So basically, her duty is to guard the future, guard that door to make sure no one comes through without permission. Usagi, like example, Chibi, she had the key. She had the key, even though it was given to her, she went to pass. It was still forbidden for her to go there, but she took a risk because she knows if she doesn't go to pass to seek help, her future may not exist. So basically, she broke a very important rule in order to save her family's lives, right, and the lives of everybody that she knew. But I think there's something more to Chibi. Like I think there is something more. Like I think there's still some secrets. Still some secrets. Like. One of the things I gotta know in this episode is Usagi and her paranoid jealousy. I'm like, get over it already. I'm like, you're jealous of a little girl, not just a little girl, her daughter. I mean, it's Chibi. I mean, get over it. Please, you gotta get over this episode. Get over this. This is a very surreal moment that you have to understand. The moment they have to understand. Like, time travel is a very fickle and delicate thing. Oh, it's one of the it's very dangerous if you make a move. Like, time travel is fundamental laws of nature. Like, it's a very dangerous. It's not something to be tampered with by anyone's request. Like, any move that you make seriously repercussions in both the past and the future. Also, Usagi, her jealousy, it's a moot point. Get over it. Yeah, I mean, you're leader, so just get over all this jealousy. So seriously. One of the things I also gotta note is the Black Moons, like Prince Demanda, and he apparently, when the Fat Moon first started attacking and the Silver Millennium first started to crumble, it seems that he was there and he had a face-to-face encounter with Neo Queen Serenity. Hey, does that mean that this guy is responsible for her being imprisoned? Hey, is it his fault? No, I gotta say so, because this guy, like literally, Manda, I mean, he's doing everything in his power to accomplish his goal by any means necessary. And I gotta admit, this guy does seem like the kind who would do this who would be responsible for this situation. Yeah. One of the things I got also like in this episode is the animation was perfect. Everything was touched up. So basically, it was a good episode from part to finish, especially with us lingering on what's going to happen next for Usagi. If she's gonna die, and what will Prince Amanda do with her? Will she be imprisoned? I mean, she can't use her power because her power of the past, the crystal of the past, cannot be used in the future. It can only be used in her own time. That means she needs the legendary silver crystal of the time period she's in order to use the power right. So basically, she needs the future's power in order to help her win this fight. Right? I mean, basically she's powerless. Even though she can transform, she's powerless. Yes, yeah. Also, Artemis and Luna have a daughter, and her name is Edie. And she's the little gray cat girl. So basically, the future, all kinds of things. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the subscribe. Thank you. This Solomon gave me a latest review on Sailor Moon Crystal, episode 20, King and Denion. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Sorry for the interruption to that stupid noise.